Hey YouTube, it's your boy D7 here, and in this video I'm going to show you guys how to jailbreak the new 5.1 firmware. Devices supported are as follows: iPhone 4, iPhone 3GS, iPod Touch 3rd Gen, iPod Touch 4th Gen, and the iPad 1. Unfortunately, the iPhone 4S and the iPad 2 are not supported in this installment of the jailbreak. So guys, I'm just going to quickly show you. I'm going to be using my iPhone 4 in this tutorial. I'm just going to show you that I am running on the latest 5.1 firmware, and you can see that 5.1, no Cydia. Okay guys, so let's get started. So there's a couple of things you guys will need to do before we jailbreak, of course, and that's first downloading the latest iTunes 10.6, and you can do that by opening up your iTunes, clicking on help at the top, and then selecting check for updates. It will automatically scan and you'll be able to update to the latest 10.6 iTunes. I'll just show you that I am running on the latest 10.6. So once you've downloaded the latest iTunes, connect your device via USB, and of course make sure you update to the latest 5.1 firmware. With that said, you'll be able to now run the new Redsn0w. I have the download links, of course, in the video description. Once you've downloaded it as a RAR file, I want you to right click on it and extract here, and you will get the folder. Now just before I start, I do want to say this is a tethered jailbreak, meaning that every time you reboot your device or you install something like Winterboard, which requires you to reboot automatically, you will need to run just boot tethered, and I will show you all the steps. The only lucky device that is still untethered, if you have it, is the old BootROM 3GS. All other devices are tethered. Okay, so with that said, let's start. So I want you to open up the folder. I want you to right click, if you're a Windows 7 and a Vista user, right click on the exe file, click on properties, click on compatibility, and make sure you've ticked run this program in compatibility mode with Windows XP Service Pack 3, and I think for Vista users it's Service Pack 2. So click apply, click OK, and we're ready to roll. So we can open up Redsn0w, and if you do not need to preserve your baseband, you have a legitimate SIM card, and I'm talking to iPhone 3GS and iPhone 4 users, you can go ahead and just click jailbreak. And at this point, we need to make sure our devices are switched off at this point. So I'm just going to show you that it will only allow you to click on the next step when you've switched off your device. And you can see the next step then lights up. We can click next, and now it wants us to put our device into DFU mode. So I'm just going to put down the camera and take you through the steps. So it's hold the home and power button down for 10 seconds. Release the power button and keep your thumb on the home button until you hear the dink. Okay, then we'll have the selection. Of course, we need to make sure that Cydia is checked. Install custom bundles if you wish, enable multitasking gestures if you wish, and I'm on a legitimate SIM card, so it's already activated, but here you'll be able to activate or deactivate if you wish, and then when you're ready, just click next. Okay guys, so as soon as your device has hit the dock screen after the jailbreak, you'll see that you'll have the white Cydia, and that's because this is a tethered jailbreak. We will need to use the just boot tethered directly after jailbreaking. So keep your device connected. We just need to now select back, and we now need to select just boot at the top here. Okay, again we need to switch off our device. And then it will let us continue. And again, we just need to set our device into DFU mode, and you will get the countdown. So it's home button and power button for 10 seconds. Release the power button and keep your thumb on the home button until again you hear the dink. And there we go, Cydia. And as far as I can see, the only great addition to 5.1 firmware is the camera scroll, so you can access your camera from the unlock screen. For the guys that want to preserve their baseband for an unlock, you guys will need to go a slightly different route. Now this is only available for iPhone 4 GSM models and iPhone 3GS for preserving your baseband for an unlock. So the first thing you're going to need to do is download the 5.1 firmware to your desktop, and I'll have the links to the downloads in the video description. So for your respective device, download 5.1 firmware. We then need to open up Redsn0w, and this time we need to select extras. We then need to select custom IPSW and select the 5.1 firmware for your respective device. Redsn0w now will build you a custom firmware with a baseband prevention. Okay, so once Redsn0w's finished doing its magic, you will see on your desktop the No BB iPhone custom firmware for your respective device. Now we're going to have to restore via iTunes to this custom firmware, and before you do that you will need to put your device into a pwned DFU state. So we need to select here pwned DFU. Now at this point again we will need to make sure our device is turned off for it to allow us to continue to the next stage. And you can see as soon as it's turned off, the highlight of next will come and you can click that. And now we just need to set our device into a DFU mode state, and Redsn0w will do the rest. And of course the instructions are always on the screen for you to hold down the home power button for 10 seconds and then release the power button and keep your thumb on the home button until you hear the dink. Okay, so once Redsn0w's done its magic, it will say your device is in a pwned DFU state. The screen will be completely blank. And all we need to do now is come out of Redsn0w and open up our iTunes. And it recognises us in recovery mode. So all we need to do now on restore is click shift and left mouse click together. And this will allow us to search for the custom firmware that Redsn0w's created. So just make sure that you do select the No BB baseband custom firmware and not the original. So we're going to select the custom firmware that Redsn0w's created for us, and it will extract and update to the custom version. So guys, once iTunes has finished loading your custom firmware, your baseband is now preserved. So guys, thanks for watching. It's your boy D7 as always. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys real soon.